Hey, it's Diego with Aim Shoot Develop. Today I'm going to be talking about this very cool Yashica T4 Super D. You can see here, mine's a little bit different than the rest of them. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. I am loading up some Arista black and white 100 speed film. I will be showing photo examples of the images as I show with the video and talking about some of the pros and cons as it goes along. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I have tons of more content just like this and more to come, so stay tuned. Just some quick history on this camera. It came out in 1993, same as me. It is the last of the T series, with the T5 and the T-Proof being variants of the T4 Super D. It does have a super scope, not to be confused with the Super Nintendo super scope, but it's this little waist level viewfinder that's actually really cool, and I'll talk about some of the cool features as it comes up. The camera itself is weatherproof, and it does have the little protruding lenses I'm showing there. I don't think I'll ever put my cameras through those conditions, especially this one, but it's good to know if I ever get caught up in the rain. I am using the Cinestill monobath and the lab box to develop my film. It's actually really simple to get into. I will make a future video as I get better and have more pro tips to share with you guys. If you'd watched my previous trail camera video, you see how I got this camera for a pretty okay deal because it was once in a trail camera. So how I actually take a picture is I push down on the self timer button, and after 10 seconds, it fires the shutter. Kind of inconvenient, but I mean, for the crisp photos that I'm gonna get, like here's an example. One of the first ones I took is a selfie. It's well worth it, just that little hassle of the 10 seconds just to wait. I went around in my hometown just to document some of the new things that had come up, like this mural. I thought it was really sharp. The cool thing about this camera, it does instill a bit of confidence where you feel like the camera's gonna leverage doing the right job and actually metering and getting things perfect. Some of these images are actually beyond belief really crispy in comparison to some other cameras that I've shot in the past. Here we go, the Super Scope, the Super Nintendo Chalmers. I actually really adore this feature. It's something that obviously doesn't show up in a lot of point and shoots, but it is such a godsend. It lets me pretty much be lazy. You can see in this next video, be lazy to where I don't have to kneel down. I can just use that to compose the image. Everything inside the little squares and actually show up in the frame lines. And this next example photo shows how the payoff is really good. You do see that little flare. That's just me trying to get better at home development. So bear with me here on some of these pics. I did want to use and flex the autofocus to see how good it would actually get this in a complex situation. It did fantastic. And apparently we have the Met Gala right here in my hometown, so not that big of a deal. Another cool feature is the fact that it can actually focus really close up. I'm not sure exactly where. There is some frame lines in the viewfinder that I can use, but the fact that it can use the super scope and the frame lines and the close focusing to get these really sharp shots in a drive-through from the passenger seat to, get these subjects in more intimate areas to where you don't have to put your face basically in the viewfinder. It's actually quite nice. In the whole roll, even using the self timer for 10 seconds, I only got one exposure where I feel like it didn't focus properly. That's not too bad out of 24 exposures. Everything else actually came out really good. So just wrapping up here, some of the pros and cons. Some of the pros that I obviously love is the sharp lens. I wish I did have the regular version with just a button so I can half press and pre-compose and I'm not awkwardly standing there for 10 seconds, but you can't ask for everything. The simplicity of the camera, you can just hand this off to anybody and you can get really good shots as if they're a pro because the lens, autofocus, everything leverages it to where it's really simple. I would probably say the only con I could find is the price. It does have a hefty price tag of $400 to $500. I wouldn't recommend it to somebody who's just getting into it. I think it's one of those you build up to it. Or if you just want to do it all at once, this could be your point and shoot. This is the one you take everywhere and just enjoy for pretty much the rest of your life until it gives out. Tell me your thoughts on the camera. Leave them in the comments down below. If you want to shoot me a DM on Instagram, you're more than welcome to talk cameras, gear, anything. I'm always available. Aim Shoot Develop, the same name as the YouTube channel. So like I was saying earlier, if you like this content, I have tons like this and more to come. So make sure to like and subscribe for more content. Yep, that's pretty much it. Keep shooting film. Take care. Peace.